Hello everyone, welcome to this video on ray tracing. This is gonna be the part 3 of this ongoing series. In this video, we're gonna add some shaders and lights to our ray tracer. At the end of this video, we're gonna be able to render the sphere. And in the next episode, we're gonna add a complete scene to our ray tracer. So without further ado, let's dive in. To render this sphere, we add the light and then implement a shading algorithm to approximate how brightly that light illuminates the surfaces it shines on. To add some shaders, you're only gonna need 4 vectors, E being the I vector pointing from P to the origin of the ray, L being the light vector pointing from P to the position of the light source, N being the surface normal, which is simply the vector that is perpendicular to the surface at the point P, R being the reflection vector. Well, now to get the vector E, we are going to negate the ray's direction vector, turning it around to point back at its origin. To get the vector L, we are going to subtract the point origin from the position of our lights, which gonna give us a vector pointing toward the lights. For the vector N, which is the surface normal, the idea is pretty simple actually. A surface normal is just a unit vector that is perpendicular to a surface at a specific spot or position. All surface normals of a planar polygon are parallel, while the surfaces normals of a sphere are pointing off in all directions. As you can see, the 3 normal vectors certainly aren't all pointing in the same direction, but each is perpendicular to the surface of the sphere at the point where it lives. So let's say we want to find the normal at this point. We're simply gonna draw an arrow from the origin of the circle to that point. It turns out that this vector is perpendicular to the surface of the circle at the point where it intersects. To put it simple, you find the normal by taking the point in question and subtracting it by the origin of the sphere. But here's the thing, if we just apply this normal like this, we're gonna have this problem, since the sphere origin is no longer at the world origin. That's why we're gonna need another function in our tools.py file called normAds. You have a point in world space and you want to know the normal on the corresponding surface in local space. Well, first you have to convert the point from world space to local space by multiplying the point by the inverse transformation matrix of the object. Now we can use this point to compute the normal as before, because in local space the sphere origin is at the world origin. However, the normal vector that you will get will also be in local space, and for us to use it, we're gonna need to convert it back in world space. That's gonna be it for our normal vector, at least for now. To get the vector R, which is the reflection vector, let's say we want to get the reflection vector of this vector A with the normal N. The formula gonna be A minus 2 times N times the dot product of the vector A and the normal N. Let's make new files for our lights and materials. Let's start with our material class, which gonna be simple and just gonna hold a couple of property which we're gonna talk about later. And now for our light class, we are going to make it so that every other type of light like point light, area light can inherit from it. And we're gonna add a new function called lighting in our lights file. Many different algorithms can simulate the reflection of lights, but the one we will implement here is called the Phong reflection model. It simulates the interaction between 3 different types of lighting, which are ambient reflection, diffuse reflection, and specular reflection. The ambient reflection is the background lighting or light reflected from other objects in the scene. The Phong model treats it as a constant, coloring all points on the surface equally. The diffuse reflection is the light reflected from a matte surface it depends only on the angle between the light source and the surface normal. The specular reflection is the reflection of the light source itself and results in what is called specular highlights. If we combine these three types of lighting, we get something with a lot of potential. This lighting function is what will shade your object so that they appear three-dimensional. It respects 5 arguments: the material itself, the point being illuminated, the light source, the eye, and normal vectors from the Phong reflection model. Now, let's put it all together. That's gonna be it for this episode. For the next episode, we'll render the scene. We're gonna add a plane object and a couple of other things. I'll try to upload at least 2 times a week to finish this series as fast as possible. Thank you for watching the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe.